back to the channel. If you or someone you love is an immigrant living in the US, today's update is big news. President Trump has officially announced that immigrants with no criminal record will not be deported. Now that sounds like a major shift, right? Especially for a man known for being tough on immigration. But what does it really mean? Does it protect everyone? Can ICE, still pick you up for overstaying your visa? What about people in deportation court already? We are going to break it all down so that you are informed and can protect yourself and your family. So if you're new, consider subscribing, turn on the post notification bell, and don't forget to like. Let's get straight into what happened. During a national televised address, President Trump officially declared that immigrants who are undocumented but have no criminal record, criminal history, will not be targeted for deportation. He said something like this: "We want to focus our resources on criminals, not hard-working people who are simply trying to live a decent life." This statement wasn't just a speech, it was backed by presidential directive to immigration agencies like ICE and USCIS. That means it's now official policy. ICE will prioritize the removal of people with criminal records, not just anyone who lacks legal paper. For millions of undocumented immigrants, especially those who have been living in the US for years, this feels like a relief. So who is protected by these laws? So who exactly is covered by this new policy? According to the directive, if you are undocumented, meaning you entered without papers or overstayed your visa, and you have no criminal record, you are now considered a low priority for deportation. This includes people who overstayed students, tourists, or work visas, parents of US citizen children, DACA recipients, even if not currently protected, long-term undocumented residents who have clean records, people working under the table but who stay out of legal trouble. This is similar to a policy from years ago called prosecutorial discretion, where ICE would choose to leave low-risk immigrants alone and focus only on dangerous offenders. In short, if you are living genuinely and quietly, working hard, not involved in crime, ICE is supposed to leave you alone. So who is still at risk? Now let's be clear, this does not mean everyone is safe. You could still be at risk if you have a criminal record conviction, even if it's old. You were previously ordered deportation and never left. You use fake documents or someone else's identity. You have unresolved immigration court issues. You are caught during a workplace raid or local enforcement sweep. Also, what counts as a criminal record varies. It could include DUI, driving under the influence. It could be domestic disputes, drug-related offenses, fraud, including using fake SSN, certain misdemeanors, or old arrest. So while the president's statement sounds generous, it depends on how it is enforced by the local ICE officers and immigration courts. Also, this directive doesn't mean you will suddenly get a visa or green card. It just means less risk of deportation, not full protection. Okay, let me explain the real world impact of this. Let's talk about what it means practically. For undocumented workers, you can breathe a little easier, but you still need to avoid anything that could lead to police involvement. Another one is for families with mixed status. Parents without papers, raising US citizen kids can feel more secure for now, but stay prepared. Another one is for immigration lawyers and advocacy groups. They are cautiously optimistic, but want that things could change, quickly with any new policy announcement. Then for immigration enforcement officers, ICE, they are being told, to shift their focus away from peaceful immigrants and towards violent offenders or threats to public safety. But we've seen in the past how policies can be ignored or unevenly enforced depending on local officers, or pressure from governors or mayors. So yes, it is a hopeful update but not a magic shield. Here's what I recommend what immigrants should do now. One is keep records clean. Don't get involved in any fights, police call or risky situations. Even a minor charge can complicate your status. Number two thing I would advise is gather important documents. Have a folder with your passport, birth certificate, and any US citizen family members' documents. Third is consult an immigration lawyer. You might now be eligible for protection, work permit, or other immigration relief. Don't assume, find out. The fourth thing I will say is know your rights. If ICE shows up, you are not required to open the door. You have the right to remain silent and ask for a lawyer. The fifth thing is don't rely on verbal policies only. This is a presidential directive. It could be overturned, or ignored in the future. Protect yourself while you can. So to wrap it all up, President Trump has officially, charged course on immigration enforcement, saying that people without criminal records will not be deported. This is a major shift from, past Trump era policies. But it is not a full amnesty or path to citizenship. It is not permanent either. If you or your family are undocumented, but clean and working hard, this could be a season for less fear, but stay alert, stay smart, and stay prepared. Please like this video, share it in your immigrant communities, and drop a comment below. Do you feel safer, with the updates, or are you still cautious? Don't forget to subscribe for more simplified updates on immigration, citizenship, and immigrant rights. Until next time, stay safe and hopeful, okay? Bye.